Like I said, these Ashland boys are not going to make it easy for him. Here comes Mahalis in the breaststroke, halfway through. Not too far behind him is Algus, coming in, touching the wall, about to start his breaststroke. I believe they're saying the feet is still down. Actually, here Medfield finishes breaststroke, coming in for the freestyle here. Very strong race here by Medfield. Quinn here. Malls and Algus both finishing up their breaststroke leg here. Mahal starting his freestyle, and so is Algus. My timer here, maybe around a 2:02 or so for Quinn here. His medley, his individual. Algus and Mahal is here, finishing off very strong. Got Mahal's coming here maybe around 2:31. Algus touching in around maybe at 2:35, 2:36, if I push the button correctly. So Medfield with the first, and the two Ashland boys, Mahalis, Algus coming in with the second and third. Up next, we have the girls 50 freestyle. Just an easy up and down, very fast. And we have two heats of this for the girls. First heat for Medfield in lane 1, we have Katie Goodson. Lane 3, Izzy Brown. And lane 5, Jill De Piero. And for the Ashland girls, in heat 1, we have in lane 2, Elise Reap. Lane 4, Sophia Kriegsman. And in lane 5, Sasha Clay. Now the way two heats work is the first heat is the one scored, and the second heat does not count for any points towards the total end. But it's always a good opportunity to work on some time, maybe work on a faster flip turn at practice or a stronger start. I did start my clock a little late there. But you can see very fast race, lots of white in the water there. Keeping it close, lane 3 and lane 5. Between Medfield girls. Fine for that first position. All right. Seems Medfield got the first and the second, and Ashland with the third, fourth, and fifth. I don't know if my times were exactly correct, but Medfield lane 3, 26. Lane 5, 26. 91, 26, 45. And the Ashland ladies, I'm lost. They all finished very fast, folks. Sorry about that. I'll do better in this second heat of the girls 50 free here. For Medfield, we have in lane 1, Chloe McCormick. Lane 3, Rhea Ponthakar. And lane 5, Olivia Kloutman. And for the Ashland girls, we have Mira Ear and Sophia Rothkopf. And I do apologize if I do mispronounce your name. I was working on them today before I came to the meet, but I'm trying my best. There's no Ashland lady in the second lane, but there is one in the fourth and the sixth. I do think I started my clock on time, so hopefully my timers will be accurate for these ladies swimming here. At the turn here, got Medfield with the 1, 2, and 3 positions in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Ashland with the 4 position in lane 4. And another position in lane 6. Now, folks, I did misclick for the 3 Medfield ladies. All right. Medfield times. They're just off. I'm not going to try and read them off. They all finished very close by, but very close to each other, so I believe. But it's okay. Come on, Sophia, here. You can finish strong. Got this. There we go. At the turn of the wall, Sophia's going to keep going. That's what we like to see, never giving up here. We all know she can do it. Go, Sophia, 3/4. We got this. We got this. Finish strong. You can hear all the clap around me. Everyone supporting her, cheering her on. That's what we like to hear. Something we definitely missed last year. Swimming. And there we go. Sophia touching the wall there. That's what we like to see. That's what it's all about. High fives all around him when she gets out of the pool. Job well done by all these ladies here. Now usually diving is after the 50 freestyle, and then there is a break after the diving, so I'm not entirely sure if there will be a break here. And by the looks of we have the boys. Duh. All right. For the boys, 50 freestyle. For Medfield, we have Jaden Clayton. And for the boys of Ashland, and he is, Jaden is in lane 3 for Medfield there. And for the boys of Ashland, we have Kaiser Joji in lane 2, Matthew Shuey in lane 4, and Aditya Kansal in lane 6. And there is no second heat of this event. So just this one race right here for the boys. And they are off. I was a little late on hitting my clock there. Sorry about that, but it is close coming into the first turn. The turn here. By the looks of it, seems lane 4, Matthew Shuey might have, oh man, this is going to be close. Matthew Shuey, lane 4, hit first before Medfield, but it was close. And lane 2, finishing up. And in lane 6. So Matthew Shuey with the win there, followed by Jaden, and then Kaiser and Aditya. And I did miss the times there, folks. I do apologize. And that was close. That's what we like to see. The excitement of swimming there. Getting all the fans excited, sidelines excited for cheering them on. That was good. Good job to the boys there and the ladies who swam before them. seems there will be a break after the 50 free. Not sure how long. In the past, I usually around 10 minutes or so. It just gives time for the swimmers to warm down, keep the muscles loose, get the heart rate down, and we will be back. All right, everyone, welcome back from the break from the swimmers. Sorry if the stream went down earlier, but we are back up and running. Just again. This is Ashland Clockers versus the Medfield Warriors. Here. So the next event of the evening is the 100 fly. Now, girls will be starting off first. And in lane 1 for Medfield, we have Emily Underwood. In lane 3, Izzy Brown. And in lane 5, Kaylee Chen. And that is for the Medfield girls. Now for the Ashland girls, we have 2 swimmers here. We got in lane 2, Olivia Bulinger, and in lane 4, Hannah Alves. And they are off here on their first half of the 100 fly here. All right, coming up to the turn here, halfway, we have Medfield in first, but not a lot. Not a lot. And lane 4, Ashland with the second, but they're keeping it close. Touch them all right there is Ashland in 3rd position. Over there in lane 5, Medfield with the 4th position. And in lane 1, touching right there is Medfield, 5th position. Here come the girls coming down the final stretch here. Hannah and Kylie, very close. This is what it's about here. And it looks like Kylie touched first in the Medfield position. I got her around a 109. And then Hannah with a 110, but that was close, very close. All right, in lane 2, Ashland will begin in the 3rd place position, and I've got, I believe that's Olivia coming in at a 127. Medfield over in lane 5 here, touching down, they're 137. And in lane 1, coming around maybe around 143. Good swings by the girls, and nice close finish. Medfield coming up on top. Up next is the boys. 100 fly. And for Medfield, we have no one swimming, it seems, on my chart here. That's right. And for the Ashland boys, we have Joshua Zayak in lane 2, Nathan Gelfand in lane 4, and Mahal Skutivos in lane 6. Now, I'm not sure if this one will be scored for points. That Medfield does not have a swimmer, but I'm not entirely sure how that works out. But all these guys are good boys, good friends, so this is nice little race for them. Off they go, 3 Ashland boys. All right, and as we're approaching the halfway, the turn here, we've got, let's see, I just looked up, we got Nathan and Josh very close. Lane 4 and lane 2, and Mahalis not too far behind in lane 6. He's keeping his ground, though, keeping his ground. Nathan touching first on the final leg here, but Joshua keeping it close. Here we go. Oh, man. Close, close, close. Oh, my goodness. It was so close, I couldn't even get the times. I mistouched, but I think by the look of it, I think Nathan had him, but not by a lot. But it all comes down to those timers hitting those buttons, and they're pretty good at it. So I think Nathan got it there. then Joshua in lane 2, and Mahal's in lane 6. Good race for the guys there. All right. Up next is the 100-yard freestyle. Ooh, can't get ahead of myself there. 500 there. 100-yard freestyle here. For the girls of Medfield, we have Katie Goodson in lane 1, Rachel Perry in lane 3, and lose my track here, Jill DiPiero in lane 5. Now for the Ashland girls, we have Brooke Bullinger in lane 2, lane 4, Sophia Kriegsman in lane 6, Allison Swartz. Away they go. Keeping it very close going into their first flip turn here. Those 4 middle lanes, 2 through 5. If it stays like this, we're going to have a very close race, people. At the turn, it was almost like it was in unison there. Lanes 3, 4, and 5. All comes down to this final 50 here. Can't forget about lane 2. Fighting for that 4th spot position here. And we have in lane 2, lane 1, my bad there, fighting for the 5th, and in lane 6. Oh, here we go, folks. Final half here. Lane 3, Medfield seems to have the lead by maybe about an arm length. All right. Seems Medfield got the first place there, but the ladies in lanes 4 and 5 almost hit at the same time. But that's still a good, very, very close there. Lane 4 and lane 5. Ashland lane 4, Medfield lane 5. And Ashland coming in the lane 2. And then Medfield lane 1 for 5th. And Ashland in lane 6 for 6th. So Medfield got that one, but it was very close between 2nd and 3rd between Ashland and the Medfield girls. Up next is the boys of this event here. Now for Medfield for the boys, in lane 3 we have no one here on my sheet, meet sheet here, which is all right. But for the Ashland boys, we have Dhruv Chug and Kaiser Joshi. And it seems over there in lane 6, we have Suraj Padmanabhan going ahead and swimming. So just like that 100 fly, this will be a good race between the 3 guys there. See who comes out on top. It's always nice to beat your friend. Again, I'm not sure if this will be scored towards the total score, as that really wouldn't be fair to the Medfield. But Medfield does not have a lot of guys. I looked at the roster, they only have 5 boys. A lot of their team is girls, which is good. Strong foundation, but comes in these situations, not really sure what happens when it comes to scoring. Seems the officials are just chatting here, maybe double checking times. So that girls' race was very close over there in lane 4 and 5. That's what it does seem like. People at home, they're just double checking times, making sure everything is going good into the computer. As it is technology, it does make mistakes sometimes. But I believe we have Mr. Pexi over there, crunching the numbers, putting in the totals. I'll put my faith in him any day. Here we go. Boys 100-yard freestyle. Lanes 2, 4, 6, all Ashland boys. There they go. After that first flip turn there, seemed to be very close. Just about an arm length or less between the three of them there. And at the halfway point, we got in lane 2, Drew in the lead with Kaiser in the second position and Suraj in the third position over there in lane 6. And approaching their final turn here. Home stretch. Kaiser and Drew neck and neck right now. And it looks like Drew will touch first, with Kaiser falling in the second position and Suraj in the 6th position, hitting in 3rd. Good race for those boys there. All right, now up next is the dreaded 500. I would dread it, but they're here to swim it, and they're going to do amazing. So, for the girls, first up, we have Kathleen Crowley in lane 1. Lane 3, MK Benson, and in lane 5, we have Emily Morgan. That's for the Medfield girls. For the girls of Ashland, we have Kira Joshi in lane 2 and Abigail Pexy in lane 4. The way 500 works is it is 20 lengths of the pool. So 20 times 25. As you can see on the right side of the end of the pool, we have timers to help keep you track. As I've definitely lost track while swimming there, so it is very helpful. And away they go. This is a long one here, folks. This is all about pace here, all about pacing yourself between the 2025s or the 1050s, however, or the 5100s, however you look at it. Coming here on the first 50. Ashland in lane 4 with the first position. Medfield with the second in lane 3. Ashland in the third position in lane 2. Medfield in the fourth position in lane 5. And Medfield in the fifth position in lane 1. Abby with the flip turn after 50. Still in the first position. Medfield in lane 3 in the second position. And Ashland in third in lane 2. Now, I did hear from a former teammate of mine that there's a freshman on the Ashland girls team, Amanda, who's qualified for sectionals in the 500 as a freshman. That is amazing to hear. Congratulations to you, Amanda. All right, their third 50. Abby still in the first position as her lead gets larger. Medfield still in second after the third 50 in lane 3, and Ashland in the third position in lane 2 after the third 50. Abby already coming in with her fourth 50, more than half a pool length. Seems like there's no one is going to stop her here. Midfield in lane 5 coming in on their third 50 and coming in on their third 50 in lane 1. Midfield in the second position, hitting with their fourth 50, and in lane 2, Ashland with their fourth 50. Abby already hitting with her 5th 50. This is unbelievable to watch here. Always fun watching a Pexi swim a 500 or a 200, almost like it runs in their blood. Medfield in lane 3 coming in with finishing their 5th 50. Medfield in lane 5 finishing their 4th. Ashland in lane 2 finished their 5th. Oh my goodness, Abby already finishing her 650. She must be going for a time of some sorts. Again, folks, nothing's changing with the positions of the swimmers. Ashland in the 1st position, Medfield in 2nd, Ashland in the 3rd positions, and it doesn't look like that is going to change with Abby just cruising through right now. But you never know. There could be a switch of position between, I believe, Kira in lane 2 and, looking at my sheet here, MK Benson in lane 3. That would be something to see. Two more 50s, as you might have heard on the sideline. One of her teammates cheering her on. Two more 50s. That's right. Let's go, Kira. All the way in there in lane 2. The other two Medfield swimmers are not giving up. They are swimming and swimming. Here comes Abby. Now that noise right there means that the person in the lead is on their final 50. And in that case, it is still Abby Pexi in lane 4. Like I said, folks, no one can stop her. She's coming in on her final 25 here. Now, folks at home, I got her clocked in around a 5:41 for Abby Pexi. That is incredible. Medfield in lane 3 coming in for their final 50 here. And same for, I believe that's Kira in lane 2 for Ashland coming in for their final 50. The other two Medfield ladies in lane 5. She is, I cannot see her number, but Medfield in lane 1 is hitting the wall after her 8th 50. Just look at Abby, looks exhausted, but she swam an amazing race. Hopefully that 5:40, 5:41 means something to her. All right, Medfield finishing in the 2nd position in lane 3. I've got her clocked around a 6:33, with Kira coming in at 6:39. Excellent swims by those 3 ladies there. Like I said, those other 2 Medfield girls are not giving up. They are going to keep on going. And I believe in lane 5, that is Emily Morgan is wrapping up her 500 here. Final 50. I'm mistaken, she just finished length 17. So after she hits the wall, this will be her final 50. And in lane 1, it seems she's got the 17 symbol up, so after she comes back to the wall, this will also be her final 50. There she goes, lane 5. Just double checking the name here. Emily Morgan finishing up with her final 50 in the 500. She goes her final flip turn in lane 1. Final 50 here for, too many papers here, folks. Kathleen Crowley coming in, finishing her final 50 after the turn. Lane 5, Emily Morgan coming in, touched the wall at the time of around 8:38. Good performance there. Coming in the 4th position. Here we go, finishing strong. Kathleen Crowley finishing strong here. She finishes around a 9:09, 9:10, around that time. Excuse me. Excellent swims by all the ladies, especially Abby Pexey coming in with the 1st position. That 5:41 is very impressive. From Medfield, from the 500, we have Jaden Clayton. And for the boys of Ashland, we have Matthew Shuey in lane 2 and Sam Beer in lane 4. This should be a good one, as Sam and Matthew Shuey, when I was on the team, they were neck and neck with times. And Sam was always getting faster, and so was Shuey, Matthew Shuey. So this should be a fun race, everyone. Again, Ashland in lanes 2 and 4, and Medfield in lane 3. And off they go. At the turn, Medfield with 1st position, but both Ashland boys, Sam and Matt, not too far behind. Jaden in lane 3 has maybe about half a body length, I'd say, or so. But they got a lot of yardage to swim. Anything could happen. After the 2nd 50, the positions have not changed. Seems Medfield still in the 1st position with Matthew Shuey in lane 4 in 2nd and Sam Beer in lane 2 in the 3rd position. Turn of 3rd 50, Medfield, Jaden still in the 1st position, Matthew Shuey in the 2nd position, and Sam Beer in the 3rd position. 7 50s to go. Or 350 yards. That's right, kick, kick, kick. That's the name of the game here. Medfield at the 200-yard mark here. Jaden still in the 1st position. Matthew Shuey in the 4th. Oh, heard from a fellow parent. Heard from a fellow parent, Sam. I even have the sheet in front of me. Sam is in lane 4 and Matt is in lane 2. Thank you, Mrs. Beer. Halfway here, folks. Jaden still with that lead. But Sam and Matt are not going to make it easy for him. They are going to keep going along. The 300 yards, Medfield still with the lead. With Sam in lane 4 just finishing his 300 yards in the second position, and Matt Shuey in lane 2 finishing his 300 yards. 200 yards to go for these three boys here. Seems Jaden just keeps, it's almost like Jaden's getting faster and faster here. He is not stopping. Still in that first position. Sam there. Just finishes 6th. 50. No, that would make sense. They're swimming. That's all that matters. There we go. After about 400 yards, Medfield still with the lead. Sam all the way there in lane 4 in second position, and Matthew Shuey in lane 2. And there you go. That sound again indicating 50 more yards for the leader here. And that leader is Jaden of Medfield. Coming at the turn there, and as you see at the end, those lane counters are orange. Always love seeing that color. Means you're almost done. And that is the case for Jaden here in lane 3. I've got him in at 5:16. In the first position. Great swim there, Jaden. There we go, Sam finishing up there. I'm at 5:30, but when I got Jaden's time, I accidentally hit stop, so add a few seconds, maybe around a 5:32, 5:33. And Matthew Shuey finishing up 5:42, but maybe add a few 5:44, 5:43. Great fast swims by the three boys there. Enjoy that cool down swim. Fast times there. All right. Up next, we have the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay, another relay here. Each swimmer will be swimming 50 of the 200 yards. In lane 1, we have Emily Morgan, Carrie White, Chloe McCormick, and Rhea Ponthakar for Medfield. In lane 3, Kylie Erbshuber, Rachel Pyrie, Jill DiPiero, and Izzy Brown in lane 3. And in lane 5, we have Ellie Coomer, Kaylee Chen, Bridget McMahon, and Emily Underwood. Those are the 3 relays for Medfield. Now for Ashland, we have 2 relays. In lane 2, we have Allison Swartz, Maya Clay, Sasha Clay, and Mira Ear. And in lane 4, we have Brooke Bullinger, Sophia Kriegsman, Olivia Bullinger, and Abigail Pexey. This is going to be a fast relay, I can just tell, folks. And away they go. This is 200-yard freestyle relay. Each lady in the relay is swimming 50 yards of freestyle. And these relay points, about a little over halfway through this meet, are crucial. Seems coming in after the first 50, Medfield in lane 3 with the lead, with Ashland not too far behind in lane 4. All the way in lane 1, Medfield looks like they might have a lead, but the 2 relays in lane 2 and 5 are fighting. The relay between lanes 3 and 4 is going to be close, but fighting for that third set of points is lanes 1, 2, and 5. Only one of those being Ashland relays. They're fighting for those points. But at the turn, at the halfway point for those 3 relays, it seems the 2 Medfield relays in lane 1 and 5 have the lead, with the Ashland relay in lane 2 coming in the 5th position. Medfield, final touch there. Finishing up their relay. Ashland hopping in right now, lane 4. Seems Medfield might take this one away. Here we go in lanes 1 and 5. Final swimmers from Medfield hopping in right now. And just like that, Medfield is finishing their relay at a time of around 1:51 for the first position. The Ashland relay in lane 4 around a 1:57. And finishing up in lane 5 is going to be the 3rd position relay, which is Medfield. At around 2:14 I've got. And in lane 1 finishing strong in the 4th position at a time of around 2:26, 2:25 or so. And we can't forget about the final Ashland relay coming in here in lane 2. Finishing strong, just about 5 yards left. And there we go, around a 2:52. And that is your girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. Now on to the boys. For Medfield, we have in lane 3, David Spasnikoff, Jaden Clayton. Man, he just swam that 500. See if he's got enough energy to keep it going here. Lee Ferris and Quinn Borchers, and that is for the Medfield boys in lane 3. Now for the Ashland boys, we have, let's find it here. Here we go. One relay here in lane 4. Drew Chug, Kaiser Joshi, Alex Petlin, and Aditya Kansal. Just one relay for each team here in lanes 3 and lanes 4. So if you heard that, just taking a sip out of my water bottle. And that was close to my microphone. All right, let's see how these boys do. Hopefully this is a close one. And may have been mistaken, I do not see a boys relay up for Medfield. So it just seems to be the Ashland boys relay possibly going for a time or just swim to swim. However it may be, let's watch and see. Drew coming in here, finishing his first 50. Into the water comes Kaiser. Excuse me. All right, here comes Kaiser finishing up halfway through this relay here. In goes Algus. Fast swims, fast times out of the first 2 boys here. Algus hopped in the water, not even close to a minute. These boys are fast. That's right, let's go Algus, but now it's let's go Aditya here, finishing off the relay for the Ashland boys here. And the final turn here. And I've got them at around a 152. Great swim out of the Ashland boys relay. And up next is the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Now for Medfield, we have Ellie Coomer, Nora Erbstruber, and Rachel Perry. For the girls of Ashland, 100-yard backstroke, we have Elise Reef in lane 2 and Elizabeth McSweeney. Don't know if I said the lane for Medfield, but Ellie is in lane 1, Nora is in lane 3, and Rachel is in lane 5. Of course, his backstroke, they got to hop in that pool first. Use those nice handlebars right underneath the starting block. And off they go. Coming close to the halfway of this race, Medfield with the first position in lane 3. But Ashland, both Ashland girls in lanes 2 and 4 are keeping it close. The other two Medfield ladies in lane 5 and in lane 1, finishing respectively. Halfway, now finishing. Here we go, the final leg for everyone here. It seems Medfield will keep their lead, and she will finish first. I've got around a time of 106, and in lane 4, it's Ellie McSweeney, around a 112 or so, and Elise in lane 2, around a 117. Medfield in lane 5, might have missed it, but I got around a 120 or so. And in lane 1, finishing strong, another Medfield lady. At around a 134. Great swims out of these ladies here. But Medfield ultimately taking the first, but those two, that second and third by Ashland, definitely add up in that total at the end of the meet here. Now we have the boys. For Medfield in lane 3, Quinn Borchers. And for the boys in lane, mixing up my papers here. There it is. For the boys, Ashland boys, 100 backstroke is Joshua Zayak in lane 2 and Nathan Gelfand in lane 4. There they go, jumping in. About to start. And off they go. Remember, Ashland in lanes 2 and 4 and Medfield in lane 3. Lights of Whitewater come from all the lanes. That's a hard kick in there. And coming close to the halfway point, we have Quinn in the third and lane 3 in the first position. And we have Nathan in lane 4 in the second position and Joshua in lane 2 in the third position. Quinn is just cruising along here. Just hit the wall 3/4 through. He's on his final leg. So are the two Ashland boys. They're keeping it close. Wow, I got him at a 55 for Quinn. That is a phenomenal time. Nathan finishing up here around a 102 or so, and Joshua finishing up around a 105. Great swims out of the boys. Not sure if Not sure if that's a good time for, not sure, Quinn. He must have been going for something. Maybe a sectionals, a states. Not sure. That was a ridiculous swim by him. And of course, an amazing swim by the Ashland boys. Now coming into our second to last event here, the 100-yard breaststroke. Starting off first are the girls. Now for Medfield, we have Emily Underwood, Kylie Erbzuber, and Kathleen Crowley. Emily is in lane 1, Kylie is in lane 3, and Kathleen is in lane 5. Now for the Ashland girls, we have, where's my paper here? There it is. We have Olivia Bullinger in lane 2, Amanda Reed in lane 4, and Maya Clay in lane 6. So a full stacked race here, 3 and 3. Let's see what happens here. Down they go. This first underwater is always crucial, as underwaters are your fastest part of the race, and Medfield coming out last. And that is a good thing. That she has the lead going into the first turn. All right, coming close to the halfway point here in this race, we have Kylie in lane 3 for Medfield in the first position. Amanda in second. Lane 4. Olivia in third. And wow, lanes 1 and 5, both Medfield are close. But in lane 6, we've got Maya not too far behind, fighting for that fifth point here. 5th place point there. Here we go. Final leg here. Seems Kylie for Medfield is going to take this away. Coming in at got around a 114 maybe. And then we have Amanda coming in around a 118. Like I said, not too far behind between those two lays there. Lane 2, Olivia. Coming in around a 130 I got her at. In lane 1, Emily. Around a 136, lane 5, Kathleen, 138. And in lane 6, we have Maya coming in around a 146. Now, these times not to be exact, but this is what I'm clocking. Of course, the officials have the official times. Great swims out of ladies. Now we're on to the boys. The boys of Medfield, we have David Spasnikov in lane 3. And for the Ashland boys, we have Serge Padamanban in lane 2, August Petlin in lane 4, and Aditya Kansal in lane 6. All right. Definitely going to be watching out for those two middle lanes, lanes 3 and 4. This is August's event here, and it seems David is ready to get going as well. This might be a close one here in the middle. And of course, the boys on the outside in lane 2 and 6, Suraj and Aditya, are going to race their hardest as well. Keep this one nice and close, nice exciting race. Excuse me there. Off the boys go. Like I said, let's see that underwater. Oh my goodness. Medfield, David coming out almost 3/4 through the pool, but you got to watch out for that black line. As I believe if you go past, underwater in that. There might be a penalty. Not sure. Never seen it happen, but I've heard. All right, halfway through, Medfield David in lane 3 in the first position. Algus in lane 4 coming in at the second position halfway through. And Serge and Aditya, lanes 2, lane 6 respectively, are close, are racing against each other. And Medfield David here on his final leg here. This was insane. I've got him in around a 102, 101. That is a great time. That might be a qualifying time. Seems he's chanting for something. Algus finishing up at right at 112. Starts there in lane 2, 119. And Aditya around maybe a 123. Oh, you just see he got a 102.14. I got a 102.91 on my clock, so I'm pretty close. I'll take that. David qualified for something there. Congrats to him. But that is going to do it for the boys 100-yard breaststroke. Now on to our final event here is the 400-yard freestyle relay. 4 swimmers, 100 yards each. Up first is the girls from Medfield. We have 2 relays, one in lane 3, consisting of Katie Goodson, Rachel Perry, MK Benson, and Nora Erbshuber. And in lane 5 for Medfield, we have Emily Morgan, Chloe McCormick, Emily Underwood, and Bridget McMahon. Now for the girls 400 freestyle relay for Ashland, we have in lane 2, Kira Joshi, Elizabeth McSweeney, Elise Reap, and Allison Schwartz. And in lane 4, we have Abigail Pexey, Brooke Belanger, Hannah Alves, and Amanda Reed. Now, folks, I was reading those off, so I did miss the start of the time. So I will not be listing off close times. My apologies. Lane 4, Ashland. Abby starting it off. She's still got some energy after that 500. Coming in halfway through her turn. Ashland and Medfield in lanes 2 and 3. Watch out for that. That might be a close one throughout this entire race here. And in lane 5, Medfield finishing halfway through her first 50. Here comes Abby finishing her 100, and in comes Brooke. Jumping in there for start her 100 yards. Lanes 2 and 3. Jumping in for lane 2 is Elizabeth McSweeney, and in lane 3 is Rachel Perry. Brooke touching the wall, finishing her first 50. 50 more to go for her. And like I said, look at that, lanes 2 and 3. Still close between Ashland and Medfield. That is Allie McSweeney and Rachel Perry swimming right now. You can hear her teammates on the right side cheering her on. Ashland is as well. Here comes Brooke, about to touch, finishing her 100, and in the water goes Hannah. Medfield gaining a bit of a lead, about a body length. In goes the water, goes MK Benson. And for Ashland, jumps in is Elise Reap. See if we can close this gap here. We can't forget about lane 5's relay going right now. From Medfield here. Hannah halfway through. MK halfway through with a little bit of a bigger lead than their lead, so she's gained some ground. and at least halfway through as well. It seems over in lane 5, Medfield is getting ready for Emily Underwood to hop in the water. And here goes Emily Underwood, the third swimmer of the relay. And here goes the fourth swimmer of the Ashland relay in lane 4, Amanda. All right, here comes Medfield, their final swimmer, Nora, in lane 3, hopping in the water right now. Here comes Allison getting ready to hop in lane 2 for the Ashland girls. No change of position here, folks, so it's going to look like Ashland in lane 4. Halfway through here. Medfield's final swimmer halfway done. And here comes Allison halfway through her 100 in lane 2 for Ashland. And here comes Amanda finishing in the first position for the girls relay of Ashland in lane 4. And Nora finishing in second in lane 3 for the Medfield ladies. And in lane 5 jumps in Bridget McMahon, the final swimmer of the Medfield girls relay in lane 5. And finishing strong, here comes Allison, finishing, seems like in the third position for the Ashland girls here. Now I have Bridget approaching her halfway point in her 100 yards, finishing strong, not giving up. Awesome to see her teammates cheering her on at the end of the pool, making sure she finishes strong. There we go. Final leg here, Bridget. There we go. Bridget McMahon finishing up the relay in lane 5 for the Medfield ladies. Here we go. Nice, strong finish for the girls of both Ashland and Medfield. Now is the final of event, the boys 400-yard freestyle. For the Medfield boys, we have, seems no relay going, according to my lineup sheet here. But for the boys of Ashland, we have 2 relays. One in lane 2 with Mihalis Kutavos, Kaiser Joji Druvchug, and Serge Padmanabhan. And in lane 4, we have Sam Beer, Nathan Gelfand, Joshua Zayek, and Matthew Shuey. These relays might be close here. Mono e mono. A lot of these guys are good friends, and they're just gonna race it out and see who is the best. I do have the timer going for you folks at home, so I'll try and list the times. The halfway point in Mahalis's and Sam's 100s, they are close. But Sam is edging out Mihalis by about maybe half a body length here. All right, coming in is Kaiser Doji hopping in. Actually, Nathan Gelfand, sorry, hopping in lane 4, and Kaiser hopping in lane 2 with the lane 4 relay for Ashland with the lead. All right, halfway through their 100s. Nathan still has the edge over Kaiser here. All right, Nathan here coming close to the wall, and in the water will be Joshua Zayak here. And Kaiser's finishing up, and jumping in the water is Druve. And the lane 4 relay still has the lead. Both boys are halfway through their 100, and no change in positions. All right, Joshua Zayak is about to finish his 100, and into the water goes Matthew Shuey to finish it out for the boys in lane 4. Here comes Druve in lane 2, finishing strong, his 100, and into the water goes Serge. Gonna finish it out for the boys in lane 2. And Matt is halfway through. He's going to finish off strong. So is Serge coming in. Here we go, Serge halfway through. Here comes Matt Shuey going to finish it out for the boys in lane 4 at around a time of, I've got 3:45. Great swim by the boys there. Can't forget Serge finishing it off for the meet for the boys for the day. And Serge finishing it off at around a time of 4:13. And that is the meet. Now I believe they are going to do high fives, and we will wait for the score to possibly be revealed. Not sure. But great swims by both the boys and the girls of both Ashland and Medfield. This final score might be close here. Now, like I said before, the boys and girls are scored separately. So each boys and girls have different records. Looks like the teams are huddling up for the end of the meet here. Always one of my favorite things. Can always be creative with it. My favorite was potato chip. It seems for the girls, Medfield with a score of 96 and the Ashland girls with a score of 82. See the Medfield boys, I believe, score of, I did miss a score, but I know that Medfield, the winners there. So Medfield winning both the boys and the girls, but both amazing swims out of both teams. It was very fun to watch. Now both teams here will do their cheer, handshakes, and that will be it. Let's go. They're my favorite cheer, potato chip. Seems Medfield had a nice bee honey related cheer. And I believe that is going to do it here at Keefe Tech. Very fun announcing, being back at what I used to call my second home, Keefe Tech. Signing off.